The DAP of the president and the PDAF of legislators has really gotten the attention of the country. It's the top story in almost every night when you watch the evening news. It's headline material, and it seems to be, at least for the foreseeable future, is going to be the big story.
Yes.
Ito siguro ang ugat nito ay siguro yung pakiramdam talaga o kumbinsido yung ating mga kababayan na talagang malaki ang nagiging kurakot sa ating gobyerno. Kaya madaling i-fan yung fire nito. Ngayon, alam ko na kayo, bagamat mga kongresista kayo at mga mambabatas kayo at supposedly you should be beneficiaries of the pork barrel, and yet your party lister has filed a bill to do away with it.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Paano nangyari yun at bakit nyo? Some would say that it's like shooting yourselves in the foot.
Yes. Well, actually, galit ang mga tao because I think probably kung na-abolish ng pork barrel noon pa man, yung 10 billion pesos sana na nawala doon sa Napoles scam, maraming scholars at maraming medical assistants ang naitulong sana noon. I think the people are not angry with the use, but with the abuse of the pork barrel. But after the Napoles scam, the people decided na pork barrel is inherently anomalous and therefore it must be abolished. So kami sa bayan muna, we believe that the call of the people is legitimate, reasonable and legitimate, especially in light of the revelations dun sa Napoles scam. So bayan muna decided to heed the call and also call for the abolition of the pork barrel system. That's why we filed a bill in Congress to abolish the pork barrel system.
Do you think that this will get the support of other congressmen? Remember, a lot of congressmen, because of the public call, siguro sinasabi nila, against na rin kami dyan. Pero that remains to be seen. Dahil, palagay ko, kung sila lang masusunod, hindi nila papa-abolish yan dahil nasasarapan din sila dyan.
We're always hoping that the people's outrage outside would be able to pressure Congress into, passing the bill. Kami naman, we've always believed that the response of the people can put pressure on Congress. Remember the cha-cha of Gloria Arroyo when 90% of the members of Congress were pro-cha-cha at kokonti lang kaming anti-cha-cha noon. But because of the outrage of the people outside, Congress was forced to backtrack. No? So dito naman, we still believed when we filed the bill na with people's outrage outside, maybe Congress will pass it. Although with the recent public statement of the President na continuously defending the DAP and the pork barrel, medyo mahirap-hirap na talaga sa Kongreso because with that final and probably last position ng Presidente on the pork barrel, many of his allies in Congress will now stand pat against the abolition of pork.
Okay. Congressman Terry, after the Napoles fund scam came into public consciousness, Malacanang was at least poised against a pork barrel. But eventually, when the president's own pork came under scrutiny, they're doing a 180-degree turn. So, what do you make of it?
Well, first of all, the president defended the pork at the time when the people were really asking for its abolition already.
Yes.
And then the president backtracked because of the seething public outrage against it. And, well, the president last week made a speech before the public defending again the DAP, using the exact same reasons for defending the pork. So, as far as we're concerned, and we are united with Biden Muna in calling for not just the abolition of the pork barrel, but also of Congress, but also the DAP of the president, which we deem presidential pork. So, I think it really just shows how inaccurate and inconsistent the president is with respect to his defense of the disbursement acceleration program.
I'll ask both of you. Now, according to the president, the DAP is not pork. What do you make of it?
Well, pork barrel is basically, our definition of pork barrel is that it's a fund, usually in lump sum amounts, where the sole discretion of selecting the projects or the beneficiaries rest on that certain a public official. So the DAP, for example, it's a lump sum amount. In fact, unlimited pork yan. While PDAF is 70 million and 200 million for senators. Ang DAP could be 100 billion, 200 billion, depende kung ano ang mga...
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, sky's the limit. Nasi-centralize nila from underspending agencies savings. So, yeah, basically, I think the President is wrong, of course, that the DAP is legal and constitutional. But then again, that's his position. Our position is that it's really unconstitutional.
Congressman Terry.
Well, Congressman Colmenares' position is correct. And furthermore, we think that not only is the DAP far worse because it is also discretionary, it is far worse because it has greater funds than each legislative pork barrel. And secondly, it has actually no basis in law. And in fact, it usurps constitutional prerogatives of Congress to determine appropriations for particular projects. And under the DAP, it doesn't really exist.
Kung idugtong ko lang, anong kinaiba ng PDAF sa DAP? Yung PDAF, sorry, may discretion ang congressman kung kanino niya ibigay yung pondo. Whether dali niya sa ospital, paggawa niya ng kalsada. Ang DAP, ganun din. Kung ibigay niya sa senador, o gawin pambili niya ng barko, o whatever. Only the president has the decision there. Pero piliin niya beneficiaries and projects, the same thing as DAP. The only difference is, of course, the DAP is limited, while the PDAF is limited, but the DAP is unlimited.
Ang sinasabi niya, ang maaari lang daw bigyan ng ipondohan ng DAP ng Pangulo ay yung mga proyekto na inaprubahan na ninyo, no?
That's not really true. That's not really true. For example, they gave 8 billion pesos to ARMM on top of the 12 billion pesos given to ARMM in the General Appropriations Act for 2013. Is the 8 billion pesos stimulus fund in the budget of ARMM? No. They gave 1.2 billion pesos to the CPLA and the MNLF under the DAP. Is the CPLA and the MNLF the 1.2 billion in the budget? No. They gave 4.5 billion pesos from the DAP to MRT3, ostensibly to buy additional rail cars, mga bagon. Was that in the budget? No. In fact, ang question ngayon dyan, di ba wala namang biniling rail cars ang MRT3?
Yes. Oh.
So where are the funds now? That's 4.5 billion pesos.
Yeah.
Hindi ma-account for. So it's not